to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I hereby announce that this meeting is being held in accordance with chapter 231 of the Open Public Meeting Act. Proper notice of meeting dates has been given to the Morris Newsbee, the Morris County Daily Record, posted on a bulletin board with Borough Hall. This meeting is a judicial proceeding. Any questions or comments must be limited to issues that are relevant to what the board can legally consider in reaching a decision. And decorum appropriate to a judicial hearing must be maintained at all times. Reminder, notice to members of the planning board and borough staff, any use of electronic devices during this meeting shall be used solely for the purpose of borough business. Karen, roll call.
Mr. Wolf,
Here.
Mr. Malpier.
Here.
Mr. Bezel,
Here.
Mrs. Decker. Here. Mr. Sanciata,
Here.
Mr. Houston.
Here.
Mayor Carr.
Here.
Mrs. McCluskey. Here. And Mr. Productive.
Here. Okay, before we start, I just want to mention Miss Lindell Hubbard is here tonight. In place of first item on our agenda is the approval of the meeting minutes from April 20th of 2026. Board members received a copy of this. Anybody have comments or questions? Done. Okay. Can I have a motion to approve these minutes?
So moved.
Second. Second. Karen, roll call.
Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mr. Malpier,
Yes.
Mr. Bezel,
Yes.
Mrs. Decker.
Abstain.
Abstain.
I was absent.
I don't think I have any there. Oh, yes, I do. Sorry. Okay, Mr. Sanciata,
Yes.
Mr. Houston,
Yes.
Mayor Carr,
Fred, yes.
Mrs. McCluskey,
Yes.
and Mr. Productive.
Yes. Okay, next item on the agenda, comments from the public. This is specifically for matters that are not on tonight's agenda. Public comment should be limited to one comment, no more than 5 minutes per person. This request is only to provide opportunity for everyone.
Shocking.
Okay, I'll close this item on the agenda. Move to committee reports. Mr. Bezold, any update on the minor site plan committee? No, sir. Okay, I know on the master plan committee, there are Milwaukee's that I'm aware of. Okay, correspondences and bills. Karen, are there any correspondence as well? No. And bills? Yes. Yes.
First one is purchase order number 202-60766 from the 21st of April 2026 to Phillips Priest and Grigel for planning in the amount of $87.50. The second is purchase order number 202-60834 from May 6, 2026 to Anderson and Densler for engineering services, the amount $290.10. That's it. To approve these two bills.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Malpier. Okay,
Karen, roll call.
okay. Mr. Wolf,
Yes.
Mr. Malpier,
Yes.
Mr. Bezel,
Yes.
Mrs. Decker,
Yes.
Mr. Sanciata,
Yes.
Mr. Houston.
Yes.
Mayor Carr.
Yes.
Mrs. McCluskey.
Yes.
And Mr. Productive.
Yes. Okay, the next item on the agenda is business. This is the revised application process. So back in April, we had reviewed documents. I will term some minor corrections to that, and then we had asked for some legal input as well. I think we have gotten all of that in the documents that were sent out for our main meeting, which we did not have. So hopefully tonight, go through whatever additional comments you have, and then take this application comments from last set of updates?
Yeah, I do, just, on the updated one from May first. So on the top of the page, the second page, Morris Plains zoning board of adjustment, and then second page, the hearing process. I think after three, it should be hearing on completeness, applicant and their professionals should be present.
Excuse me, but that should be on all of them.
Yeah, on all of them, but this,
Yeah.
that's first. But it's not anywhere, I do have it marked on the other application.
Sorry, Jason, which one is it?
Morris Plains, so it says Morris Plains zoning board of adjustment on the top, dark, okay? Right, and then it goes, how to complete, same with permission, zoning and definitions, and application and hearing process. Okay. I think probably 3A or something, should be hearing on complete applicant and the professionals to be present. I think that should be on the, planning board ones as well.
Okay, this is for the cover sheet guy you talked about.
I don't know what, no, they come here.
I had sent this in, I think Karen submitted it to everybody. To the packet.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
From May first, I don't know if that's lines. Okay.
And I sent it in to Karen and I think she distributed.
Understand. So, but it's under, just for record, right? It's under, it's not in the actual checklist application, it's in the cover sheet guide that you're referring to. And you're referring to updating, on page number 2, application and hearing process, brief summary, bullet number 3, review. You want to add, hearing on completeness and applicant professionals must attend meeting, if applicant deemed complete, hearing is scheduled. So that's the verbiage you want to add for all of these.
So where do you
Got
see
it.
that for?
That's what, that's, yes.
And that's in, I guess you gave the packet. That's in this, in the, yes, I'm going off of,
Yeah, that's okay.
Sure. But
Yeah.
that's, good. That's
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so,
And
and
mine was May first, or May second.
Sure, sure. And this wording is, how we want to say that.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And that's fine, that's again, this is just a cover sheet guide, so this is not, you know, this goes along with the checklist, any other documents that are here, but again, it's just.
Yeah, no, I take that color, but if it's not there, it's somebody's question. Of course, yeah, that's fine.
No, we can add that in very easily, not a problem.
Excuse me, can I say something? I may not be understanding this, but if they're incomplete, do they have to attend the completeness hearing? They never had to before. A lot of times they talk to the professionals like Bill Reitner.
Yeah, but for completeness, my opinion, they should be here for the complete hearing.
Okay, but I'm saying if they're deemed incomplete, a lot of times they don't attend.
Well, a lot of times with that meeting gets canceled anyway, that portion, that meeting gets canceled anyway, so. To me, I think that's a viewpoint, but, you know, whatever.
I agree with you, Jason, that, I think they should be present. And then if they, write in and say, well, we're not gonna be present, we're gonna resubmit it, then
Yeah.
that's fine. But let's make it, so they should be present at that meeting. Because we may have questions. And often it's deemed incomplete. And we may disagree with the professionals. I mean, that doesn't happen very often,
Or it could be
but it could.
incompleteness.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
That's fine, yeah, and again, that's just in the summary, in the cover sheet guide, it doesn't impact the checklist or anything. Yeah, but yeah, no problem, we can update that, not a problem. I just want to say for the record, because it's been 2 months since we've had our last meeting. I went ahead just so that the public kind of, I know they can't really follow along, but just so they kind of understand what we've done. Is based on the comments that we received in I guess it was the April meeting, because we didn't have a May meeting. I went ahead and updated the documentation
and then I highlighted, which actually on the photocopies, it shows as a gray highlight. And then I crossed out the sections that we all agreed that could be removed. So when we're looking at the documentation, that's how it kind of reads. And that includes the legal verbiage that was requested to be entered into the documentation. So just for kind of a point of clarification.
If for some reason I have building department marked here and for the life of me, I can't remember what the hell that's. for.
Okay. We talking about on
I mean, just again, this is the other
sure
sheet here that I'm looking
the
at.
flow chart.
Yeah. Yeah. the flow chart. Yeah, flow chart. Sure.
So Bill, this flow chart is essentially click by click. That's what it sort of looks like to me.
Yeah, the intent here is that it gives everybody, who's ever applying a step-by-step process. Actually, I believe it was a request from, I'm not sure if it was Mr. Wolf or somebody to have this in, so it's a visual representation of how this process goes. And yeah, that's the intent, is that like, it's a click-by-click, step-by-step process and how this whole thing would go, what happens if it gets approved, if it doesn't get approved, what can you do, who you go to, that type of thing.
It reads that way to me.
Yeah.
It seems clear.
I think it's a good addition. I think it actually makes it a lot easier. I think just potentially two things. One, do they know which one of the three? Is there someplace that tells them, is it a site plan review, is it a subdivision, is it a variance? Right now, whoever they're working with, whoever the professional should know that.
Right.
But. Right,
You do get the homeowner that this is trying to do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, should it be, do we provide simple examples of I'm doing this, I'm trying to do this. Something in real terms that people can understand.
Well, if they can call Karen.
Well, true. I mean, they can always call Karen.
Right,
We know that. They can always.
That should be step number one.
That's the way it works now.
then the only other thing was.
I mean, to the microphone.
The only other thing was, did we talk about at one point putting the, whatever it's called, where we have so many days?
Yeah.
That was the only other thing I don't see.
Yeah, I think that's what I brought up at the last meeting. I think so. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Otherwise, I think it looks pretty.
Good catch.
Yeah, yeah. I just have a couple of things to minor, and maybe you guys discussed it when I wasn't here. On the checklist where we have the waiver. We have waiver requested, but we don't have the reason. Now, I know Bill usually goes through it as part of his review when there's waiver requested. So I don't know, if there should be something on there. Give them when they're requesting a waiver, why they're asking for the waiver. So that was just-
Typically, I think that's part of your,
About the hearing,
sorry, go ahead.
about the hearing. They present their case for why the waiver should be there.
Yeah, so it's in testimony, right? But it's not on the check sheet.
Right.
So that was just one of the things I
But
put there.
Bill, part of your report is you actually list reasons why the waivers are requested, but you list reasons why it should be approved.
No, they never do that.
Okay.
I either say, I recommend it.
Okay.
Or that they should discuss it at the witness stage.
That's something, I think I have just two more. On the checklist where we have, we don't specifically talk about, unless I have an older version, about trash and recycling facilities. So I don't know if it makes sense to add something like about location and screening details for refuse, recycling, and utility enclosures, if that's something we wanted to put in there.
I think that's in an ordinance already, so that's covered.
I would assume the same thing for the fire stuff, fire lanes, hydrant locations. And then I think it's not on my copy. I feel like we had at the bottom, the document revision dates. But I don't have it on my copy, so I don't know if it fell off, but on the bottom of the checklist, you might want to put the and maybe the revision date when the forms were updated?
Sure.
It might be on there, it might have just fallen off. I feel like it was on there at one point, but I don't see it.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Sure, that's an easy.
That's it.
Yes, the timeline, I think that's.
When you say timeline specifically.
Submittal before a meeting, you have 14 days prior to whatever those timelines are.
It's prior.
Right. Notice. Your 120 days or whatever that's. Whatever that, whatever that starts.
Karen, we can get that from you, right? We can double check all those dates. and timing.
Right.
The clock starts after completion, so we're ready for that.
Yeah, we'll add that into the flow chart as well.
Anything else? Comments? Okay, so with the couple corrections, updates that we just talked about tonight, I would like to make a motion to have this presented to the governing body, the council.
I think we need to go over it again, so let's get it.
One section, I know, Bart is, doing both duties, I'm just curious whether you both of them go to them, just to. I know, check, yes, I think it should.
So didn't we, didn't they?
Yes.
Schultz share that with.
As far as I know, last time, this year has been still. Well, it was prior to our last meeting, so it was in early April.
I don't think they've seen the most recent version. So after making these changes, probably worthwhile to have, take a look at.
I'll send them over to Doug. And, no problem.
Cause I know that.
I think we would like to look at them again and make sure that all these comments have gotten in. There's no rush. I mean,
No, there's not. I guess I kind of feel like it would be good to have the council, cause I don't know what to expect.
So you can send this, Bill will have this over, send out already. I just want a clarification, right? I already introduced it to the council. I brought it up in a prior meeting, that and let them know that this was we are approaching final draft version of it. So they have it in their hands to provide any comments. The intent there is to gather their comments in conjunction with the comments from the planning board and the board of adjustment, so that once we have a final document, it doesn't need to go through multiple processes. So the council does already have it. So next council meeting, I'll ask if they have any additional input. But yes, the intent here is to come up with the final version of that.
Yeah, just so you know, we're nearing, we only have a couple comments left, and then it'll, I think, in here, and then probably in July will be.
and maybe when you get this, all these comments, send it out to the planning board, board of adjustment and the council and make sure that nothing else comes back.
Give them a date to respond.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. We've been we've been putting deadlines on when responses are due by.
And I think you had said we had gotten some legal input on that as well.
From board of adjustment, yes, yes.
So that's good. So we're covered. Okay. All right. So then we'll take what we have tonight. And then we'll get them out to the three entities and
Yep,
we'll plan to review them again in July.
I will do that, post haste.
Yes, it is. Yes. Okay. On to the next item on our agenda, new business. Business. So, okay, our next scheduled planning board meeting will be July 20th, 2026, right here. Do I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion.
Thank you.
Excellent. Hey, guys. Thank you.
And